materialize.
Absolutely. Very interesting submissions there. I must say that this seems to be a general culture. These recurring court cases we're seeing with some Nigerian parties over party leadership. And some political experts might call this, a judicialization of our politics. What does it mean when a party has to go to court to decide political legitimacy instead of that legitimacy and that hierarchy being decided by party structures? What does that mean for these parties? Will it affect them in the polls? What does it do for them or perhaps against them?
It definitely, thanks for that question. It definitely will affect them in the polls because you need to put your house in order. But if we recall the genesis of the 1999 Constitution, it was essentially Abacha trying to keep a chokehold on the democratic system where he wrote those laws to make parties supreme. You cannot tell me that the only requirement for anybody to become president should be that you are a Nigerian. Not that you have to be sponsored by a political party. So when there is already a choke point, there will be definitely a lot of problems attacking the choke points. Even the unity of APC that we see right now, I think is being heralded by the presence of President Bola Tinubu. And when he moves, when he's done with his second term, I doubt if APC will be able to maintain the coherence if he chooses to cease to participate. And he's not going to be a younger man, so he might decide that he wants to retire and not participate in politics. And also, having gone through presidency, that does not mean that everybody will listen to him because there'll be competing, interests and all. So the problem is in the constitution that says that you cannot run for any office without being sponsored by a political party. So that is to say, the people are restricted to the choices of the political leaders, which, like you have said, could be manipulated. A lot of things can be done to it, and people who are just seeking to, sabotage the system can just go and file a lot of lawsuits that would destabilize people until we have a change in the constitution and allow independent candidacy. And also, we cannot have a situation whereby people are voting for party as opposed to people. I did not see. I am an APC member because I supported President Tinubu, and I've supported him since I was maybe 15 or since 2023 when he was having his problem with President Obasanjo. That's the only reason I joined APC. It should be about the person, the Nigerian that you are voting for. We cannot have a situation where you are saying that if someone switches party, then they lose their seat. The people did not vote for the party. They voted for the person. That is why you've seen people lose on a popular party because the people chose this other person. So if we don't fix this problem, we're always going to keep on having this, attack on the choke point of political parties.
Absolutely.
Legal battles.
Yeah.